What's up, everybody? Welcome to the fourth episode of the Hell's Newsletter fourth episode of the restart of the Hell's
Lord,
Newsletter podcast. I've been counting it by the
I was
year.
about to say.
I've been counting it by
Okay,
the
I was
year.
about to say.
This is in
Episode
reality, I believe,
7.
the 8th or 7th.
Yeah.
This is the 7th episode overall, 4th of this year, though. And as of yesterday night, Russia's officially at war with Ukraine.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like the episode's mostly going to center around that. I'm pretty sure because, the world is watching at the moment, and it's terrifying.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. It's a little bit scary. I'm actually gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
pull
I'm
up
not gonna
the
lie.
article.
I was streaming last night, and I was just sitting there. I was sitting there streaming. I was on, I believe, either Minecraft or Animal Crossing. I can't remember which. But I got a ping on my phone.
Right.
It was like a news thing from Twitter. It was like explosions heard across Ukraine as Russia begins its invasion. I'm like, oh God.
Yep.
Like,
Here we go.
honest to God, and I find it hilarious that literally just 2 episodes ago we were joking about this. Like, we were joking, like, no, World War III is going to start. And it's, like, legitimately what could possibly lead to one of the biggest conflicts in history if something goes wrong.
Yeah, like it's actually getting downright serious.
Yeah, like, at the moment, it's
Like-
just a war between 2 countries, and, a bunch of others are sending Ukraine support. But if, one person makes a wrong move, this could easily escalate into a world war.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would not put it. Say what you want. I wouldn't put it past the American leaders and a bunch of European leaders either.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking for the article. There it is.
It's all good.
Okay, got it. Keep that over there.
Yeah. Well, number one, first of all, I just want to say, if anyone watching has relatives in either Russia or Ukraine, I hope they're all being safe. And the reason I include Russia in that before anyone gets pissy about it is I have seen a lot on Twitter. There are younger Russian people organizing protests in Moscow and other cities. And I can't say for sure how their safety is going to be, because
Yeah.
Russia is not a country to
Russia's
take that
gotta-
lightly. They're a dictatorship. And I mean,
Yeah.
protesting a war that the entire government is going at, I don't feel good about those younger people's safety. I mean, I saw someone on Twitter, they were an artist and they were going to a Moscow protest. And granted, this was only a few hours ago, but I mean, at the same time, like, I wouldn't put it past Russia to either kill their own citizens over that shit, or at least put them in jail.
Yeah. Your head is freaking out. by the
Yours
way.
is too. I'm pretty sure it's the little thing here. Do we want to move to a different section of the map?
Yeah, sure. Hang on. We'll
We'll be right back, everyone. 1 second. All right, and we're back. So, yeah, sorry. We had to move a little bit. Our heads were bugging out on that couch. We do apologize, but we're in the kitchen section of the map now. There's a snowman on this side, too, that's staring at us creepily. And this one actually is, being touched on by the light of God. So that's something.
Hang on. I gotta fix my one more thing. Gotta fix my fucking audio. My Bluetooth driver apparently is shitting the bed, so I'm just gonna plug the shit into aux. Hang on.
Fair. Well, he fixes that. I'm gonna. Oh, there he goes. I'm gonna brush back on what we were talking about. Yeah, there are protests going on alongside Russia against the war. So to the people going to those protests, be safe. I might sound a little cold-hearted saying this, but I have no faith in your country's ability to respect you. So yeah, please be safe going to those protests, and if you're a citizen of Ukraine, or at least just any of the nearby areas where the fighting is going on, be as safe as you can. And he's just spinning over there in the corner of the frame. Okay.
Hey, fuck you. All right.
Understandable. Understandable. Okay. But yeah, I believe at this time we were about 18 hours into the invasion.
Fuck, where are my controllers?
Oh,
yeah.
I believe at this time we were about 18 hours into the invasion, and I gotta say, for a country that is incredibly small and currently being attacked, their social medias have got some balls.
There we go. And now I have to set the audio to it.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's all good. No, it's all good. Uh, but yeah, I gotta say, for a country that's incredibly small and currently under an invasion, their social medias have got some balls, to be honest. Like, Oof and I were talking about it a little bit ago, but as when the invasion started, Ukraine posted a meme of fucking Adolf Hitler, like I believe it was like holding his hand under Putin's chin and was like, "I'm proud of you" or something like that. I'm like, oh, you're antagonizing a country that has a lot stronger military, well, a lot more military than you, and I'm just like, you know what? I've got to give it to you, Ukraine. You've got some fucking balls.
Yeah. Okay. I'm back now. Yeah, I saw that Twitter post.
Yeah, Ukraine, you've got some balls, and I mean,
You
good
you
on you for
got some
that.
balls, bro.
Good, good on you for that, to be honest. Because
You your your
hell
heart's in the
no.
right place. We'll give you that.
I mean, yeah, your heart's in the right place, but at the same time, for antagonizing a country that it's at least 20 times the size of you, and also, has a much larger military,
Yeah.
you've got some balls, man. You've got to be. Uh, Shout out to the Ukrainian government, dude. They're fucking going at it. Uh, this is what modern day propaganda is like.
This is it.
Yeah, Twitter Twitter shit posts.
Twitter posts. Literally, that is what propaganda is gonna be now. It's just Twitter shit posts.
Dude, straight up. I never thought I would see the day where a country's Twitter is just out here fucking flaming another one during a war. I never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. What the fuck, man?
Just need like Obama to just tweet out, "Hey yo, Putin, cut that shit out."
Bro, yeah. They had really good relations when that was going on, didn't they?
I believe it was.
It was better than it was in like the last few years.
I think we'll say relations.
They had better relations than Biden and Trump did with Putin.
Well, I don't know.
Putin literally rejected Biden's call.
Trump seemed pretty happy with Biden, and Putin liked Trump for some reason.
Well, that's because they were basically on the same side.
Yeah, apparently. And then all of a sudden, the script flips 2 years later. It's funny how that works.
Yeah, but yeah, no, this is just turning into one major thing. I'm sure in the next episode we're gonna have more updates, but like as of the recording of this, it's February 24th. The episode is going up in 4 days. Yeah. I have no idea what will occur in the next 4 days, and I doubt anybody in the world could predict it. But yeah, 18 hours into the fight.
I think we just got a tweet of.
Did we just get an update?
Yeah, hang on.
Oh god, here we go. All right, who's gonna go check in on the updates of the current situation? But
there it is. So President Biden just announced new sanctions against Russia.
Yeah, I remember Germany cut off a supply trade with Russia, which is going to take a hit out of its economy. And I believe a lot of the other NATO countries are also discussing blocking certain things with them. Right, so yeah. Russia's economy is about to take a major hit. Which I mean, well fucking deserved. I apologize to the citizens of Russia, but I mean, your government's out of fucking control.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, and that's one thing I hate about like when it comes to war and shit like that is like, when it comes to war, it's always like people are always like, oh, they only feel for one side of it. No, dude, I feel for like Ukraine and the citizens of Russia. Like,
oh my god, it's literally modern warfare. Russian forces have captured Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, no, there's warfare going on in Chernobyl. They the war on the eastern side, the Russian separatist group, after Putin declared their own independence about that, they immediately attacked.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, the Russian separatists are also waging war on the eastern side of Ukraine, and I believe there was fighting at Chernobyl last night. They've captured it now, and I believe there is more fighting going on the eastern front at the moment. But Russia also, there was multiple missiles fired from Belarus that hit Ukrainian military stations.
It said that. Hang on. It said 4 ballistic missiles were launched from Belarus into Ukraine.
Yeah, they hit. The missiles have so far hit mostly military installations. I believe there were a few city hits, and there's currently a war over Kiev's airport. They're trying to basically block all routes of escape. which I
Um,
mean, it's insanely fucked up.
one of the Ukrainian president's advisors announced that more than 40 Ukrainian soldiers had died and dozen are wounded at the moment.
I don't even think it was just soldiers. I think those are also counting civilian casualties.
Yeah.
Because there were missile strikes in a city. I remember. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure it was either Kiev or another large city, but one city was hit by a couple missile strikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not looking good over there. And I mean, honestly, I'm not exactly fearful of this. I'm kind of expecting it, but I do expect a larger war to come out of this.
Unfortunately, I do too.
Like I fully expect like people could say like, oh, this is gonna stay between Russia and Ukraine all they want. It's not. Like you have
No.
to remember this is exactly how like World War One started, for example. Like Archduke Ferdinand or whatever the fuck his name was. Like it started with his
Got
assassination, and then each
assassinated.
other country got in line saying, "Hey, you fuck with them, I'm gonna fuck with you."
Yeah.
And I feel like what we're seeing here is almost an exact repeat of this, because it's like all of these other countries are sending Ukraine support. It's only
Right.
a matter of time till a country jumps on Russia's side, and then it's like you've got half the world going at it again. It's like, oh great, here we are. And this time
Yeah,
everyone's got nukes.
the thing that I'm kind of watching right now is like, what's China doing?
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Like it's
what's
countries right
China
next to
thinking about
Russia, and
right
I'm just
now?
like, oh god. Like,
What's North Korea thinking about right now?
yeah, no. But on top of that,
What are
it's like
they?
if this does evolve into a world war, this time most of the countries have got nukes.
Mhm.
That is what scares me. Is I'm just like, oh god. Like all it's gonna take is one country to hit that button,
Yeah.
and there are gonna be nukes flying all over the skies.
To be fair, I don't. That
I
was a
don't think
yawn.
anyone's gonna be
Sorry.
that
I
stupid.
don't think. I hope. I just hope they wouldn't be that stupid, right?
Yeah,
I
like
hope somewhere along the way they have an advisor to tell them to not do that.
I hope so. Because honest to God, if one nuke's launched, like no other country is gonna hold back, and we are gonna have every nuke that resides on planet Earth flight ready are gonna be launched. And I mean, that's gonna wipe out the human race.
Yeah,
Like, there is enough firepower in every nuke on the planet to kill most of humanity in blast zones, but on top of that, radiation is going to rain hell upon the rest of the planet.
of course, where I live is we'll say I am a bit uncomfortably close to a Air Force base,
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
and there's nuclear silos there.
yeah, no, here's the thing though.
Uh,
You know what terrifies me?
what?
I am on a coastal from Russia.
Oh yeah, well yeah, okay, yeah. No,
North
well,
Korea has launched a nuke at my state once already.
they
So
tried.
they tried and it hit the ocean. But I mean, still, the idea of that, the fact that it was launched is like, what the fuck, man? And I mean, when it comes
Mhm.
down to it, literally, all of the bases along the west coast for the military are Hawaii. You've got Pearl Harbor. Over there, you got Hickam, the Air Force Base. And I'm like, so Hawaii is literally the first line of defense. But after that, Hawaii gets
Yep.
taken out
No. They're not the only first line of defense. People keep forgetting about this state,
midway, right?
Alaska.
No, I'm
Sit
talking. No, I'm talking
still.
about like the southern side though.
What?
I'm talking like the southern side of the country, like the 48,
Um.
like the mainland area.
No. Well, yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
No,
But like,
Alaska will definitely take hits, but I mean, I feel like there's more military installations in California than Alaska.
yeah. But
Is
that's
what
the
scares me.
problem. That's the problem. Think about it. Think about how close Russia is to Alaska.
I know
It's
that's the issue. Is like we
yeah.
could literally launch an operation from there, and then we fuck everything over.
Yeah.
I just,
They
honest to
could.
God, hope whatever fucking idiots are running this war are just like smart enough to not send off the worst of the worst.
Here, can we not kill everyone, please?
Yeah,
Uh,
like, or if you're gonna launch the nukes, can you at least wait until I die?
yeah.
Like, dude, I was born in 2001. I did not come onto this earth expecting to live through in the last 2 years alone 70 fucking events that were going to go down in the history books and a world war. Not what I
Yeah.
signed up for.
No, not really. Not really.
Not at all. I'm just like, you've got to be shitting me right now.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, we're kind of just sitting here like first world problems, but still.
I mean, yeah, it's like, okay, first world problems. There's still problems.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the thing is this is a first world problem that could very easily transform into an everyone.
Yeah.
Because, like, alright, like, you got one power mad state, like, already, which is Russia. All it's gonna take is a few other places to get as power hungry or war hungry as them. And next thing you know, you got missiles flying halfway across the globe. All of these, like, leaders are in a mad power grab. They're taking over countries, and it's like, oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah. The thing I'm also worried about is like what I was saying earlier about China. China makes everything.
I know.
Like everything. Pretty much.
Depending on who they side with, oh, it's fucked. And if they go with Russia,
we're fucked.
Yeah, if they go with Russia,
fucked.
it's not we, it's everyone except Russia.
Yeah.
Like, Europe is going to cripple.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's a problem, because Europe is literally the first line of defense from everyone else on other continents.
Yeah.
Like, Russia is
us.
a direct land connection to Russia.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, take Australia, like the oceanic plate, North America, South America. We are not land connected. We don't really have to worry about it because we can see stuff coming from a little bit of ways thanks to, like, radar C and all that and everything else and satellite imagery.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know what country has been absolutely like silent this whole time?
Which one?
Germany. They have not said shit. They literally have just sat there and been like, you know what? We're here. We're at the UN meeting.
No, well, the only thing Germany did was they cut off all trade with Russia.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we don't trade with those guys anymore.
That was it, though. Like, I understand, though, because, like, the last time this happened, it was Germany's fault. So I feel like they're kind of in a state where it's like, listen,
we're just gonna we're keeping hands off, all right? Well, we're just gonna play a hands-off game here.
I feel like Germany's at an extent where they're like, we know what we did wrong. We're not gonna be doing this again. Like, if we need to get involved, we'll join you guys. We're not going to be making the first move. Y'all can get fucked.
Y'all got that. Y'all got bigger guns than this anyway. Go ahead. US,
German engineering. German engineering. It's something else, man.
Yeah.
German engineering scares me. I feel like those dudes could, like, just engineer a thing that would, like, pick up a continent and launch it into space if they wanted to.
I don't know.
Give them enough time and enough materials. They'll build anything.
Yeah. Why am I yawning so much? Jesus.
I have no idea. But,
okay. One of the things I want to talk about with Russia and this whole situation is right
now. International Space Station.
Yeah, so let's see.
It's 2 astronauts.
I wanna actually make sure I'm getting that right.
While you look that up, do you mind if I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Going on to what he's about to say, actually, I went and actually, tweeted at Russia's other Twitter account earlier last night, and this is besides the point. I just was kind of like that was my tweet is besides the point, but I went to look at the account because I just wanted to see if they wanted to say anything. And literally, like, a few hours before they had even started the invasion, they had just, like, tweeted out about, like, this was a photograph taken by astronaut on the International Space Station, and it was, like, a Russian name. And I'm just like, oh, boy. Like, how many people in the International Space Station at a given time?
So, currently on... What? No.
Wait, do you know how many people can be up there at a given time?
I don't know. I can look up the max of how many people can be up there.
Can you? Because I feel like...
Yeah.
I feel like since there's only, like, 2 Russian astronauts up there, honest to God, I feel like, every other astronaut is breathing down their neck
more
currently.
Than that.
Oh, is there more than 2? I thought it was only 2.
How many people can... God.
But honest to God, I feel like, I feel like everyone else on that International Space Station is breathing down the Russian astronauts' neck right now.
Yeah.
Like, honest to God.
Honestly, they're probably not. Because they're probably, I would hope, right, that they're scientists, they're astronauts, right?
I would
They
hope they're
literally
not
just,
having like a
I
political opinion.
in this article, it just said they. This article is written, by the way, by former astronaut Terry Virts. He was on the ISS himself for about 7 months.
Yeah.
Um, but he just they just said we just did a mission like not too long ago, like as in like a week ago or something. Um,
Yeah, no, this is a very bad situation.
sorry, I'm just
It's all good.
can't fucking read.
All good. Nah, you know what fucking drives me insane? What drives me
What?
insane is just the whole fact of it's like, okay, it is 2022. Humanity has managed to figure out and do so much, and yet we're still out here killing each other.
Yep.
Like, we literally discovered how to connect the entire world using wavelengths from materials that we found in fucking Earth. Like, alright, we're building computers out of rocks, pretty much. Like, well, rocks and other materials, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Like, we literally just dug into the Earth, looked at the shit, and thought, what if we could power this and make it talk to other things? So, like, thanks to computers and the programming and everything like that, I could literally message someone from Japan out of nowhere.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, you're telling me, even after discovering all this shit, we're still finding ways to kill other people just because we want, what, like, all of this? Fuck off.
Yeah. Incredibly, in the midst of Russian threats of war in Ukraine, NASA and the Northrop Grumman recently launched a successful ISS resupply mission with a capsule built by the U.S. and Europe, and a rocket built by Ukraine using a Russian-built rocket engine. Like not too long ago.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the crazy part about it. Um, let's see. He talks about his experience of him talking with cosmonauts. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Um, which should not acquire people with a leader. When confronted, I don't know who's this quote is from though.
What's the quote?
When confronted with an extraordinary situation, it is sometimes useful to say the thing out loud to keep it in perspective. So let's just say it out loud. Some of the things that Putin has been up to recently. Oh, this is when he was oh, no, that's not a quote.
Oh, okay.
It's just off. It's weird. It's just off to the side, like it is a quote.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, these experiences have taught me a very important lesson that applies to every nation. People are different from their government. We should not equate the Russian people with their leader, whose desire to make
Exactly.
Russia great again does not describe my many Russian friends.
Exactly. Like, the fact there are Russian people alone willing to risk their lives to protest this war
Yeah.
in Russia, like, it's another thing if you were in a safe place doing it. They are literally going outside to government buildings in Russia. Like, I'm fairly confident Russia is not afraid to turn their guns on its own people if they have to.
Yeah.
And I mean, like,
Unfortunately.
yeah, no. Shout out to the Russian citizens protesting this shit. Y'all are fucking brave as hell. Like, and like coming from like two guys who live in America of all places, like protesting here. Generally, I mean, it's happened a few times, but generally, you know, an entire force of armed guards will not turn their guns on protesters.
Yeah.
Like, well, at least
Something.
loaded with real ammunition, I should say. Like,
Yeah.
there have been rubber bullets and you know shit like that fired off at protesters before, but it's a very rare thing to see like real ammunition turned on citizens in America.
Yeah. Yeah.
By well, I
Um.
should clarify by actual like government organizations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very normal citizen to citizen, but that's besides the point.
Another thing that just happened actually this morning. The Champions League final was actually going to be in Russia this year.
Not anymore.
It just got announced it's being moved.
That I mean it makes sense.
And yeah. Yeah.
I don't really think any like is this Champions Final for Olympics or
No. This is his own league. The European Football League
Oh yeah, no,
Association.
that makes sense because it's like I
Yeah.
don't think any of those athletes are gonna be like, hey, yeah, we want to fly into Russia. Like, no, dude. Oh, on another note though, I read this, but Ukraine's actually fending off the invasion pretty well. I mean, granted, it's only the first day, but like they've already shot down 6 Russian fighter jets.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay, pop off, I guess.
yeah, I mean, I was like, they've shot down 6. Like, I mean, I know it doesn't sound like a big number, but you have to remember these are fighter jets. Like,
And
they're
these are no
not that
fucking
easy
joke.
to hit.
Yeah, no.
They're not easy to hit. Number one, and number two, it's like at the same time they're traveling at like what fucking
Mach 1 at least.
yeah. And honestly,
At least.
what's Mach 1 and
Speed of sound. Like 7.
it's like 700 miles an hour, right, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
It's like
Hey,
700 miles
Alexa,
an hour.
what's the speed of Mach 1? What the fuck? She went to answer the question and killed herself.
Should I ask mine? How fast is Mach 1?
According to an Alexa,
He was just about to say it.
The aircraft is
Did it?
flying at Mach 1 if its speed is equal to the speed of sound in air, which is 717 miles per hour.
717 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So those things are going like those things are going
That's
17
fast.
No, that's fast. Like I'm going to tell you right now. Most cars can barely reach 120. So
Yeah.
think about that. 600 miles an hour faster than a car. That's
Yeah.
like at its top speed. That is terrifyingly fast. And Ukraine has managed to shoot down 6 of them. Shout out
Good
to
on them.
Ukraine, dude. They're fucking
Yeah, good
going
on
at it.
them.
And also, I mean, I saw this on a little Twitter post. It was a news team that's in Ukraine currently at the U.S. They're at an embassy there. I don't think it's the U.S. They didn't send American. But they were holding
Yeah.
a funeral there for this guy named Anton. I can't pronounce his last name. Who was a father of 3 and a Ukrainian soldier who was killed in the fighting against the Russian separatists. Rest in
Gotcha.
peace, number 1. But one of the generals was there of the Ukrainian army, and like, honest to God, like they're showing like a lot of fucking bravery. Cause like immediately, like on camera, the dude was like, "Yeah, Putin can suck my dick." No, I'm not kidding. It was the dumbest thing ever. Like he was like, "We're not afraid of him. He can suck my dick," and I'm just like, "Okay,
All right.
shit."
Bold, but all right.
Dude, honest to God, the Ukrainians know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, apparently.
Like they are. I have never and probably will never see a country act the way Ukraine has in a time of war. And I gotta say, Ukraine has got balls for doing it.
Yeah. Defending the homeland.
I mean, you gotta at this point. Like Russia is something fucking else, dude.
Yeah. Hang on, let me grab my drink. It's at my desk.
Yeah.
What do I look like right now?
You're floating like halfway below the table. Your head's just sticking up.
All right, that's good enough.
Isn't what was I gonna say? I just blanked.
Nice. I was like,
sorry,
what
there
were
it
you
is.
gonna say?
I got the thought back. Isn't like Russia trying to restart the USSR or something like that as well?
That's what it. I think that's what.
That's the rumor.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're trying to conquer all the land back that they once had.
That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's like
Because
hell, America had a bit more land before, like nowadays, I believe. I think we had like a little bit more land, but we gave it to like Canada or somewhere. We sold it to Canada.
no, No.
Did we not? I thought we did at one point.
I don't think so. I don't remember the U.S. selling any land.
Yeah. I thought it was during Louisiana Purchase. We got some of like the northern side, but we ended up like giving it to Canada or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we did.
You know
Yeah.
what's funny about Canada?
Hmm.
You know who are really savages?
Them.
The Native Americans that live in or
Native Americans
You call
in
them-
general, dude.
yeah, like the Vikings were the first ones to come here, right?
Oh no.
You know why they didn't stay?
Actually, no, I don't.
Them Native Americans like killed them off and drove them out of here.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Plus
Honest
of
to
the
God,
cold and everything. They just killed them.
I feel like when the Spaniards and Christopher Columbus showed up, I feel like honestly the Native Americans would have been able to fend off like all of us if they had similar technology and actually the immune system is built for our diseases.
Yeah, right.
We would have been driven off this fucking place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say
God.
the funniest thing to me is the North Sentinelese.
Mm-hmm.
That's one funny thing to me is like just the amount of them who have been like amount of people who have tried to go there and just gotten like shot to death with arrows.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Remember the
one
pastor
island-
who's like,
Yeah.
I've come to spread the word of God. He gets murdered.
Murdered. Yes. Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, it's just funny to me. Like, I also find it incredibly like interesting how it's like there was a place. I mean, I don't know if it's the only one because I mean, I probably is to be honest, but. I mean,
Yeah.
I find it interesting that there was still like some part of humanity that was developing away from the main section of it,
Right.
and
yeah.
I find that so cool. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
they've lived on their own for how long now? Who knows?
forever.
Yeah.
Like, by the looks of it, they don't even know how to make boats.
Yeah.
Like, well, boats that'll cross the ocean.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, like overall, I mean, honestly, I wish I could live to see the day they'd be like integrated into like normal like society. Because I mean,
Yeah, that'd be
honestly,
interesting.
I think it would be really cool, but we probably won't, considering how violent they are to outsiders.
Yeah. Let's just leave them alone. To be honest with you.
Yeah, no, let's
Leave 'em
stay the
alone.
fuck away from 'em. Like the day
Leave
they
'em
get
alone.
boats and shit and come over, that's the day we can like try and talk to them. But other than that, no.
Right. Yeah.
Let's not go to their island because every boat and plane that's passed over low of it has been shot at, thrown spears, everything.
Yeah.
I don't think you could even get near that island without getting hit or killed.
Yeah. In some lighter news,
Yeah, moving away
Elder
from the darkness of the
Elden
world.
Elden Ring just came out.
Hey, oh.
It's the new it's the same people who made Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Sekiro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the next
Forbidden-
game in that.
Horizon Forbidden West also just came out recently.
That is true. Which I didn't know was a DLC. I thought it was another game.
It is another game.
I got told it was a DLC.
No, it's the second game in the series.
Okay. All right. Well,
At least according.
I thought it was. That's what
according
I
to a
thought it
friend.
was, but
That's what it is according to my friend. Like it's a new game entirely. Because this one's based around Las Vegas.
right.
It could be a DLC. I could be wrong, but according to my Twitch chat last night, it's a second game in the series.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's see what else. is in the news?
Misinformation.
Yeah, love it. Love it. Love the cross information. How far are we in, by the way?
Let me double check. 37 minutes.
Okay. Well, this kind of goes back to the
But we also
since
remember
we're
had
in
to
the
cut out a
subject.
little bit of a segment just to start up and also when we ran in here. So let's go to 110.
Yeah.
We'll go to 110.
Okay.
So we got about 30 minutes left. Yeah, we're being extra vigilant on the time today since our last episode took us to like 1 hour.
Way
40
too
minutes.
long. Oh my god.
Yeah, the actual runtime ended up being 1 hour and 30.
Yeah.
And we try to keep everything an hour. Just so it's not incredibly long, but also just so it's
Because
not
the watch
incredibly
time
short.
just we won't lie. Watch time just.
It tanked.
It
It tanked. I'm not
dropped.
gonna lie. It did. And I mean, again, for those who like to watch podcasts, you are welcome to always put this on in the background. But if you're always in the mood and you can't watch it on YouTube, we do also have it on Spotify. It is under the same
And-
name, Hell's Newsletter.
I will say we've only said. I feel like we've only said Spotify. It's not just on Spotify.
Oh, Apple Music,
Spotify,
right?
Apple Podcasts. There's another one. Whatever TuneIn Radio is, that I got it on there too.
iTunes?
No, not iTunes. That's Apple Podcasts.
Oh, okay, I was about to say I've never heard of
It's like
TuneIn
called
Radio.
TuneIn Radio, something like that. Yeah.
Never heard of it. Fair, but yeah, it's yeah. As you've all heard of, it's on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and then TuneIn Radio, as well as Spotify and YouTube. Feel free to give it a listen anywhere. And I mean, hey, if you enjoy the podcast, I mean, send it off to your friends and stuff. Like, we're really looking to get some more guests and everything on it and all that.
Yeah, we have a lot of what?
You know what we forgot to check before we started?
What?
The Q&A list. See if we had any.
Oh fuck!
I'm gonna be AFK here for a second while I grab that. We've got one, only one. And
Got one. All right.
Yeah, I know. Oh god. All right, we've got one. I know exactly who it's from because they left their name. We're not going to give out names though because we don't do that. I also encourage you guys not to leave your name because we don't even see whose email it's from. We just know the question.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Q&A segment here is just one thing, and it's date ideas for my crush.
Okay. Well, see, that's complicated. You see.
That's complicated because we don't know who the crush is.
It depends on the person. Yeah,
exactly.
It just depends on the person. Like,
here, I'm gonna
figure out what they like.
Are you recording the audio?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna be sending you this. I'm gonna bleep out the name. So okay, name was bleeped out, but Oof and I now know both who it was. So I mean, when it comes down to it, it's kind of like, you know, you just kind of have to figure out what you both enjoy. Like, when it comes to dates, like, yes, it's important to find out, like, you know, what the other person will want to do at this date, but you also need to find out what you are going to do. Because if you don't enjoy the date, it's not going to be as fun for the other person, because you're kind of just going to be like, well, you know, eh. Yeah. And then then they're going to think, like, oh, you know, you're not interested. It's going to fuck up a bunch of shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, find something like you enjoy. Like, food is always a good idea.
Food or movies?
Yeah.
Or movies.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I have never met a person who doesn't like movies. I have met people who, like, you know, like different genres. You know, you got to find a genre that you both like. But I have never met a person who is, like, you know, not going to be like, you know, hey, let's go to the movies.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, it's kind of like, if you're not that much of a talkative person, like, when I'm around, like, you know, new people, I don't talk much at all. If at all.
Right.
Like, so, you know, movies are a perfect, like, you know, first date for me. So it's kind of like, because it's kind of like, you know, I could sit there, you know, hang out with someone, get, like, it's a little hard to get to know someone during that, but you could, like, also, like, talk, you know, before movies in the car and, like, shit like that.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, good for that.
Fuck
I mean,
you,
hell,
snowman.
like,
Sorry.
yeah, fuck that snowman. It's been so creepy. Every time I look over, it's in the corner of my fucking
It's like
vision.
in the corner of my eye whenever I, like, look over here.
That's when I look at you. I just see it past you, and I'm like... It's the snowman who's, like, being shined upon by God, and I'm like, what the fuck, man?
We'll share a screenshot, motherfucker.
Here's the thing, yeah, there'll be 2 screenshots of each snowman. This is the one from our view here, which is the, that, you want to go grab a photo of the one in the other room?
Yeah.
Take it, yeah, just so, this is where, like, our perspective of it from the couch.
Oh, no. My right controller's dying.
Alright, we've got to hurry this podcast up, oh God. Alright, however... But, yeah, those are the snowmen. But, yeah, like, going back to the date thing, I mean, overall, you just gotta find something you both enjoy. Like, hell, if you both enjoy playing games, you know, schedule, like, a game date.
Oh, those are always fun.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I love, like, I have fun on those.
Yeah.
And, I mean, overall, it's like, I might not always show it, because, I mean, I'm not, like, a very emotionally expressive person. Thanks, toxic masculinity. But, anyways, but yeah, it's like you just gotta find shit you guys enjoy.
Yeah, just find something that you'll both always know that you'll both have a good time, right?
Yeah.
Like Lucy said before, you know, just and don't overthink it. Just make it something simple.
Yes, never overthink it. Because if you overthink it, it's going to be a lot more awkward.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot more awkward, and it won't, like, flow as well. Just
yeah,
go with the flow.
Do what you're capable of as well. Like,
yeah,
don't, like, do a thing where it's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna cook, but you've never cooked a certain dish like that in your life.
Ever in your life. Yeah,
Like,
don't do that.
don't do that because 90% chance you're gonna fuck up, and it's like, yikes. Like, yeah.
But
Or, like, hell, if you've never cooked a dish together, like, what you could do is, like, be honest about it. Be like, hey, I haven't cooked this. I don't know if you have, but you want to, like, try it together.
yeah,
Like, do,
right.
like, a little cooking date, Like,
Yeah.
you gotta, like, take what you're, like, interested in or what you guys both enjoy and, like, make it, like, a fun little thing to get to know them, like, or just, like, where you have fun together.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think we've covered most of the podcast topics.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do we do now?
That's a good fucking question.
Fuck. Besides like Russia, I haven't really paid much attention to the news.
There hasn't been much else news. Like,
Yeah.
everything on my news page has been Russia and Ukraine. That's it.
I mean, COVID's on the spike again, as usual.
I mean, yeah, but this is like what, the 8th fucking spike we've had in the last 2 years? Like, that's
Yeah.
not
What
news.
are we gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like like, the fuck's we gonna do? Oh,
I
actually,
mean,
COVID's about to spread a lot worse thanks to the war.
no. There's a new one. There's a new thing we should talk about.
What do you mean?
Florida just passed a really shitty law, like a
Oh,
really shitty law.
Texas did that too. Did you hear about the trans law in Texas?
Yeah. There's like a Florida no gay law now.
Oh god, yeah, no. In regular news, unfortunately, America's back to being bigoted as fuck. Specifically Texas, fuck you for your government. I know not all the citizens are bad. I have friends from Texas, but fuck your
Don't
government
say gay
specifically.
law. Here we go.
Yeah, no. I know not all citizens in Texas are bad, but I mean, fuck your government specifically. The Texas state government is the shittiest one I've ever seen. Because honestly, they basically, if you don't know what it is, they basically made it legal, or they basically made it a requirement, if you suspect someone's trans or anything, to report that shit, and it's like, fuck off, dude. Just fuck off.
That's basically what this is. It's amendment to Don't Say Gay bill in Florida requires schools to out students to their parents within 6 weeks.
Oh, hell no.
They have to forcibly tell their parents if they ever find out
that they're LGBTQ. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is a thing. Like, I mean,
oh God,
what?
Queen Elizabeth just tested positive for COVID. Thankfully, she's having mild symptoms, right? She said she will continue light duties at the Windsor Castle over the coming weeks. So she's okay.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, I'm gonna make the bet that she'll survive this. But someone made a bet this year. I forget who it was, that she's gonna die on like June 22nd or something.
Oh God.
And I mean, if they're right, oh God.
I hate that a lot, actually. Can you imagine if the Queen dies during the war? Oh God.
Oh, then England's going to get. Here's the thing. Who's next in line for the throne? Because Prince Philip is dead, right? Her husband, yeah.
Yeah. It'd be one of the princes.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh
it's
no.
Not Harry.
Thank God.
Harry. He's in Canada.
Yeah.
So he can't.
He doesn't want to either, right? Because they like.
No. Well, he got amended from the position.
Yeah, isn't it because like some with his wife or something?
Well, it's because he moved to Canada.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much for his wife, and yeah, so.
Yeah.
Because they wanted their own life together and stuff like that. Good for them,
Yeah, I mean, good for them. They're having a thing.
What was I about to say? We were just talking about what is happening.
Who's next in line for the throne?
Oh yeah, that's true. Let me look that up real quick.
With all the drama in the royal family in just the last like 5 years, I feel like it's not too much to ask to just not give any of them the throne.
Yeah, I forget what their purpose is now. Like an actually government. Prince Charles. Yeah.
I feel like that's a bad thing, but I mean, I don't know enough about him.
Oh, that's depressing.
What?
He was married to Lady Diana.
Uh,
Oh, that's depressing. All right.
okay, nah, you know what? I'll accept him then. Diana was a wonderful person.
The Prince of Wales.
I'm gonna say this
Prince.
right now. I'll accept him specifically on just the reason that he was wedded to Lady Diana.
Yep.
She was an amazing fucking person, dude. Didn't she die in a car bomb?
Uh, it's
Or
her
that's the
death is
rumor, right?
weird. Her death is weird
Yeah, that's what I mean.
because
Like, it was under really weird ass circumstances.
apparently it was a car accident in a tunnel, but there's a camera. It was only a camera that shows the car going in the tunnel and then out the tunnel as a fireball.
Oh, fuck nah. That's not a car wreck.
But I mean, it looks like it sure did hit the wall. But
I mean, yeah, but, like, here's the thing. What car do you know that just blows up randomly after hitting a wall?
it just hit like a gas. It could have literally just been coincidental. It hit a gas tank, hit the ignition, ignites it, boom.
Were there
It's a
gas
whole
lines in
tank.
the tunnel, though? Like, I don't know. I
No,
don't
it
know
doesn't
much.
even matter. In the car. Think about it.
Oh, well, yeah. But, I mean, overall, it's like...
Yeah, I don't know how likely that is.
Yeah, overall,
It's
that's
weird.
pretty suspicious. Like, I mean, hell, on my college drive, I've seen cars that have been, like, rolled over, like, and they look like they've sustained the most damage possible, and there's been no flames. Like, I have seen, like, I've seen a lot of accidents in my life living in the city, but,
Oh,
I have
got
only
a
ever
story on that.
once seen a car in flames.
Yeah, I got a story on that. I have two stories on that actually. Both a
About
car
burning cars?
inflamed and the worst car accident I've ever seen.
Oh, if we're talking about the
Um,
worst, this will be interesting.
Yeah, man, fuck it.
I've got a
We
story.
got nothing else. Well, apparently we got nothing else to talk about.
I've got
So
a fucking story, dude. Oh, God.
So, we'll start with the fireball one because it's super quick. I was in New York, right, going to visit my family.
Oh, God, New York.
We're going down the highway, right? We're going out of the city, right? Because they live on Long Island.
Yep.
And all of a sudden there was just a shit ton of traffic, like stop and go traffic, and we started seeing this black smoke in the distance. This BMW, now that I recall, it's probably like a 2 Series, like a 230 something. It's just burning. It's just burning.
Shit.
Like on fire. Like the body's already charred over. Like it is just gone. I'm like, oh,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
that's something.
Yeah, yeah. And we drove past it. It was hot as hell. Got real hot real quick driving next to it. It was
I
not
bet.
that fun. But no, the worst car accident I've ever seen was the first time I've ever been to Macon, Georgia. If you don't know where Macon, Georgia is, you know how
Unfortunately,
Atlanta
I
is
do.
like up here, right? Well, right dab in the middle of the state, more like a little bit south, there's a city called Macon. It's the second largest city.
Yeah, I know. I know where it is.
Yeah, I think it's the second largest city. It's either that or Savannah. I can't remember. I'm from there. I should
I
know this,
think
but
it's I think it's Macon, and then Savannah.
yeah. So there's a overpass, right? Not an overpass. What is it called? A turnpike. That's what it's called. There's a turnpike that you can take 675, and if you want to drive up towards Atlanta, right, and cut off some time from 75 because 75 goes around, right? It goes through Macon and goes around the city, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to save time, you take 675. It's like a shortcut highway, right? Going on the bridge to get off of 75 to get onto 675, right? So it's this huge connector. It's this huge bridge that goes over and to the left, right?
Yeah.
Going over the bridge to the left, driving with my mom. She's taking this up because she used to live there, so driving up there, right? And I look over the hill and I just see this plume of smoke between the grass area, right? I'm like,
Bruh.
what the hell is that? We get closer, and it's a Ford Explorer, a gray one, doing barrel rolls. 10, 20 barrel rolls just through the grass. The guy's hanging out the window. Like,
Huh.
yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't stop. We saw other people that were already on the way. So we
Yeah.
didn't, we kept going.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't need that. I don't think I wanted that childhood trauma anyway.
Yeah. I
I didn't
mean,
think that was needed.
yeah. For me, the only burning car I've ever seen was actually when I had fun fact, the only burning car I've ever seen and the worst car accident I've ever seen all happened within the last year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no. So the burning car, I had my learner's permit at the time. And I was up visiting my cousins over in Sacramento. And I asked my mom and sister as we were leaving. I was like, "Hey, yo, y'all care if I drive?" Because I was bored and I wanted to.
Right.
And I was driving back home, and this was a few miles outside of San Francisco, but we're on one of the open highways, and I'm coming down, and suddenly we hit a whale of traffic out of nowhere, and I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" And I hear these sirens behind me. So it's a fire truck in the left lane. I am in the middle lane, so it's a 3-lane road. I'm in the middle lane, so I don't need to get over anymore because they always use the left lane.
Right.
But all these guys in the left lane are scrambling to get out of the way. They all do. The fire truck passes by. And by this time, I'm maybe 30 feet from the fucking accident. I see smoke rising up, and I'm like, oh, this does not
Oh,
look
no.
good.
Uh-oh,
The
yeah.
entire back of the car is, melting in flames.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly happened. It didn't even look like a bad accident. It looked like this car swerved around and hit the wall. But something ignited, and it fucking, burst into
Lit it
flames.
up. Oh, yeah.
I don't even think it was a gas tank, too. I think it was something in the back seat that just got thrashed and burst into flames.
Wow.
Because, it wasn't the gas tank was there, but, that was the thing, is when the firefighters got there, they were scrambling to the back of the car. Because when I looked at the gas cap, it looked intact.
Right.
That was the scariest thing of it, is, because I didn't realize this at the time, but looking back, that gas tank could have exploded.
That's true.
And I was driving next to it. I was in the
Yeah.
driver's seat, so if that thing blew up when I had passed it, I would be dead right now.
Yeah.
But that was that. And then the worst one I've ever seen was actually on my way to college at one point. I was driving
nice.
up the road, and
Oh, you told me this story.
yeah, I missed the police blockade. So normally, this is a 2-lane road, and this is the easiest, worst car accident I've ever seen. I don't even know if anyone was hurt. I don't think they were. But yeah, you're not supposed to pull anyone out of it, out of a car that's been crashed, because you're not a medical professional. If you pull someone out, you could end up hurting them in ways they don't even know they are yet.
Right.
But yeah, I had missed the police blockade because the police weren't there yet. There was already a fire engine up ahead. So me and 4 other cars are coming up, and there's just this car overturned. It looks like this thing took a turn way too fast. This car has rolled over at least 8 times. It is crushed.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my god. It looks the thing looked like it had been in a vice, and I was like, and keep in mind, I'm just sitting here going to class, and I'm just like, oh. And the thing is it's not like we can reverse and go back the other way. 'Cause it's a fucking highway. The police blockade isn't there yet. If we go back the other way,
it's a 2-lane road.
It's a 2-lane road. If we go back the other way, we are more than likely to get hit. And I know what you're thinking. Before it's well, why don't you just cross this? There's bushes in the middle of the road in this thing. So it's not let me just turn around on the other side. No, you're going to have to cross through bushes. Your car will get stuck. Because it's a dip as well. But it's we just kind of sat there watching them clear the thing. And we're just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Shit was terrifying.
By the way, car update. All right, there's an update on my car from, if you remember last episode.
That's good.
If you haven't heard, I got rear-ended going to work the other day.
You did. The photos in the last episode, if you want to go see it.
Yep. But
it's in the pretty early moments of it. I believe first 20 minutes.
Oh yeah. It was one of the first things that we talked about.
Yeah. It was between the 10 and 20 minute mark, I think, or the 5 and 15 mark.
Yeah. But we talked to the person that hit me, their husband. Yeah. No, to their husband, because he said that the wife on the scene said that he works with cars all the time. He knows someone that owns a body shop, and he'll get it fixed up, paid for We don't have to go through insurance, and it's good for both of us because both of our insurances don't rise.
Yeah.
We don't worry about it,
Thank
right?
fuck. Yeah,
So-
no, at least the guy is cool about it too. Like,
So yeah, no, that's the thing. We went up to a shop. It was in downtown where my city is.
is it all fixed?
It's not all fixed. So what he did is he brung it up there to get an inspection. He didn't see it. He wasn't there.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he went
He
up there
just saw
just
it
to
in
get
the
it inspected.
pictures. That was it. Yeah.
He went up there to get it inspected before it gets
Yeah.
repaired.
Yeah.
At least
So,
he's being cool about it. Like that all like I feel like it's a rare thing to see on the road, like during accidents. Just people like that are actually cool about it.
Yeah, like even the lady pulled over, didn't run,
Yeah, she was
immediately
just kinda
apologized
like, hey,
for
I'm
it.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But what he's gonna do is he bought my same car, like in a different color, right?
Yeah.
For like $800, and he's gonna take all the parts that are needed to repair on my car off of that one.
Oh hell yeah! Shout
pay
out
for
to
the
that
whole
guy.
thing. So they already got the parts. They already got the car.
They just need to put them
but
on yours now.
yeah, so the auto mechanic is
spray
going to
'em.
Puerto Rico for 2 weeks. So
Well,
once he comes back, yeah.
a
Once he
little bit
comes
of a
back,
downside, but at least it's getting
Yeah.
fixed.
if he's taking care of it, who cares?
Yeah, no, it's like a little bit of a downside. It takes a little bit longer, but I mean, hey, thank God he's like cool about it, taking care of it and all.
Yeah.
Shout out to that
Yeah,
dude.
they're nice people. Josh, I think that's his name. If it's not, I'll tell you later and you'll correct it.
We might also have to bleep it out for privacy, just in case he ever sees this.
It's only first name. It's only first name.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Shout out to Josh though, or whatever your name is if it's wrong.
If it's wrong, I'm sorry. I can't remember names very well.
It's all good. I can't either.
Yeah.
We've got 8 minutes remaining.
Fuck.
We could always clip it a little early.
I was about to say.
Episode.
I was about to say. I think we kind of wrapped it up this episode. We kind of more focused on Russia.
We kind of
anyway.
jumped onto
It
all
was
the
a
topics we wanted to talk about. There wasn't really much world news except for the Ukraine incident.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately.
But yeah, I guess overall that's all we got. If you want to listen to all the rest of the episodes, they're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, or TuneIn Radio.
TuneIn, I think.
TuneIn Radio.
Oh, that's right. That's for your Amazon smart devices.
Right.
If you right. Forgot about that. Yeah.
I forgot. Because I have it on mine.
Yeah. If you would like to listen to the Hell's Newsletter podcast on your Amazon device, say its name and say play Hell's Newsletter podcast, and I think it'll work. I'm gonna try it. Actually.
Alexa, play Hell's Newsletter podcast. Sorry, we both went to do it at the same time.
Mind.
Getting Rediscovering New York from Amazon Music.
Nice.
No.
Here's Hell's
Alexa, play Hell's Newsletter podcast.
I can't even hear yours is the thing. Alexa.
Let's just say it was not it.
Play
Alexa, stop.
Alexa, play the Hell's Newsletter podcast.
Getting Doctors on Health audio newsletter from Apple
Alexa,
Podcasts.
shut the fuck up.
Try Spotify. Just try saying on Spotify. Do you have your Spotify account connected, or do I need to do it?
I'll try it. Alexa, play the Hell's Newsletter podcast on Spotify.
I couldn't find Hell's newsletter on Spotify. Try
What?
asking me to recommend a podcast.
Alexa, play Hell's Newsletter on Spotify. What the fuck?
Are you kidding? Did we get
Apparently
banned?
We just got baited. We just got jebaited. It just doesn't fucking work.
No, I've played it on my Amazon device before.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't checked the account in a minute, but
Did we get banned from Amazon? Oh well. But yeah, so Tune Radio possibly. You could try
Maybe.
you could try your Amazon device. We're not 100% sure it'll work.
yeah, it used to work.
Wait. It's under my name, right?
Yeah.
Alexa, play the Hell's Newsletter podcast by Graham Breitbarth.
Getting Hell's newsletter from
There
Apple
it is.
Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts is what it pulls it off.
The origins
Apple
of the
Podcasts.
movie.
Okay. You just have to
It's
say
playing
his
the origins,
full
yeah.
legal name.
Yeah, you have to use my full legal name apparently. I'm gonna get doxxed. Alexa, off. So you have to use my full legal name apparently in order to even get it. Which
Just
Christ's sake.
wait, hang on. Alexa, play Hell's newsletter on Apple Podcasts. Oh, you could just say
So play it on
Apple
Apple Podcasts. So you have to say play Hell's newsletter on Apple Podcasts. So you can use my full legal name like you just heard, or just Apple Podcasts. I'm not gonna take the effort to blur out my legal name. It's not like anyone doesn't fucking know it already.
Slid
if
it
you
in your
decide-
Twitter. Isn't it?
Sorry, Carl, I'm gonna offside. What?
Isn't it on your Twitter? Anyway.
My legal name? No.
No. Oh.
My legal
I thought
name's
it
not on
was.
any of my social medias.
Oh, I thought it was for some reason. I don't know.
People
Oh,
just,
it's on your Instagram. That's what it is.
it's also
It's
not.
through your Instagram that I see it.
Is it?
It has to be.
No.
All right, whatever. I don't know.
I know like it people in my community found out, and I mean specifically no shade to the people that have accidentally done this, but I have been accidentally doxxed like 8 times. Just by people who know me like personally. And it's like it goes like there's things like I've ended up having to like delete a lot of messages in my things. Like, I've been job hunting recently, and like, I mentioned I had a job at a place, and someone actually went and found it and were like, "Oh, this bowling center," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck
God.
up." I don't work
Yeah,
there anymore,
quiet.
specifically because of that, and also there were problems at the workplace.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's really stupid.
Were we supposed to end the podcast?
Yeah, we are. We're going there. We had like a couple extra minutes. It's 1:07 right now, so we're good.
It's whatever.
Either way, yeah, you can play it on literally almost anything. Your Amazon devices, if you ask it to play Hell's Newsletter on Apple Podcasts, you can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. If you have YouTube Premium, you can also download the podcast, or Spotify Premium as well. You can download the podcast to listen to it offline wherever the hell you are. And yeah, overall, we do hope you guys enjoyed. We will probably be back a month from now with another duo episode about an update on the Ukraine and Russia situation and the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall. Oh, and actually, I do have a small update for you guys that I'm working on. You don't actually even know about this either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm actually working on Hell's Newsletter social medias.
Oh, yeah,
So-
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have a TikTok up and running at this point. There's nothing posted yet. I still need to, get the account all set up. But I'm gonna have a Hell's Newscast, TikTok and Twitter. So the Twitter will basically just be for mostly episode updates and shit like that. The TikTok will most likely be outtakes and stuff like that, like the before the scenes type things.
Right.
But also things from the podcast, like little like kind of stories and shit and shorts. And it's more of an effort just to get the podcast out there. So if you enjoy it, feel free to go follow those. It'll show like funny little shorts and things. The Twitter will just be for updates about like delays and everything and what's going on. It'll also be like, where I'll tweet out forums occasionally for guests or, for Q&A and so forth. And yeah, overall, we do hope you guys enjoyed. Our links will be in the description as always, as well as the Q&A links and the podcast guest link. So yeah.
That's it?
Everything.
All
Yeah.
right.
Overall, we'll see you guys 15 days after this one on the 15th of March. Peace out, everyone.
See ya.